Ever since I got my Aprilia RS660, I wanted to take it on a big trip. However, what I noticed is that I'm actually missing something that could handle music, navigation and phone calls at the same time, without having to actually pull out my phone anytime I wanted to stop the music, pick up the phone call, or change the location. And that's where the Carpuride contacted me with their new navigation system. In this video, we're gonna do the unboxing, installation, as well as the talk through the main functions, and of course take it out for a spin to actually test it out. Okay, so let's see what's inside. I'm gonna do the small unboxing right now. Let me cut through it, or at least try to, and not cut myself. Okay. I always love doing unboxing. It's always so exciting for me. I don't know. I really enjoy it, especially if the product is like nicely wrapped. Okay, first part done. Let's open it up. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Ooh la la. Very nicely wrapped, by the way. Very nicely wrapped. Everything is well protected. I really appreciate that. All the parts that will probably hold it on the bike. And of course the instruction. So let's start from the most important thing and the biggest thing that is visible here. It's the main screen where we will be able to see everything from the calls, navigation to also music and all our applications. First thing that is plugged into it is the wire controller that will help you to go through home, calls and other functions that you can of course mount on your bike. I don't think I will be able to do it on my sport bike since I already do not have enough place, but that's something that is available here. Then another cable that is pretty long as well. I will maybe sort it out a little bit. Charging station. So if we want to charge the screen and everything here, we can either plug it to the bike or use the USB cable that is also available here. And then when we turn it over, we see the mount that goes directly to the mounting stuff that we have on this left side. And in case we want to remove it, we have the keys available here that go into these holes that are visible right here, and we can then remove it. There are different ways to mount this screen. I think in the instruction there's at least 2 different ways to mount it, and it's also compatible with RAM mounts. So that's what I'm gonna do, since I have already on my R3 the RAM mount mounted, and it's gonna be just easier for me to do it like that without removing it. Okay, a little bit of change of scenery. We are now in the garage with my 2017 Yamaha R3, on which we'll be installing the Carpuride navigation system. For that, I'm gonna use the RAM mount that I already have on my Yamaha, and while trying to install it and thinking about where to install it, I find it a little bit easier probably with Carpuride navigation system to install them on the naked bikes with circular handlebars rather than sport bikes, since usually sport bikes literally have no space, like my Yamaha R3. But fortunately we already have the RAM mount and we're gonna use that for the installation. For that we're gonna use the part that was already part of the screen. You can just easily remove it, and then of course this little guy right here, we have to just put it in, basically screw it back together and adjust it to our liking. Okay, so let's put all these things back together. Okay, and now it's time for the screen. So you basically start by putting the bottom part first, and then you just slide it and it clips. Alright, so it's time to take out my Yamaha R3 with a Carpuride on a short spin to test it out. It's a 7-inch APS HD display, which is dustproof and waterproof, which means it's literally perfect for any type of weather. The first thing that I noticed right away is the brightness. This thing is about 1000 nits, which is way brighter than most phones. So even with direct sunlight heating the display, it's very much readable. Another cool feature is that the auto brightness adjusts automatically. So if you go into the tunnel, of course the display gonna dim. If you come out of the tunnel, the brightness gonna go back to its original settings. There's no need to adjust anything. The touchscreen is also pretty responsive. Whether you're touching it with just your bare hands or gloves on, it works perfectly. You can tap it, swipe it. It's very responsive. And thanks to the mount, it doesn't bounce, and you can basically tilt it 360 degrees and adjust it to your liking. And once it's locked in, it's rock solid. It doesn't move at all. The W702 Pro supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So essentially it becomes a phone on the handlebars. Maps, music, call, messages, it's all accessible. It automatically connects with your phone when paired up. And you can use Siri or Google Assistant by voice to stay hands-free. It has dual Bluetooth, so you can connect your phone and the headset at the same time. So the GPS directions, music, it all goes to your headset as well, which is very helpful when riding on a motorcycle. There's also a fun function, which is the built-in compass and barometer. So besides getting the directions, of course, you get also the altitude, the current altitude, which is perfect for mountain rides or remote areas. Other handy feature, which I did not have the opportunity to try yet, is a SD card playback and a wired controller that lets you to switch between the homepage, the current interface, or answer the calls without having to actually touch the screen. The Carpuride navigation system is an amazing product that I never thought I would have opportunity to test out, but right now I cannot imagine not having it on my bike while riding. One more thing that I actually wanted to add is on my last ride with my boyfriend, we were on a highway and it was pretty crowded. There was a lot of traffic and there was an object on the road that we did not see. And if not for the Carpuride, we wouldn't see it at all and I would go straight into it with my Aprilia. So the fact that you can see also the objects or anything, any kind of traffic accidents on this thing is really helpful, especially for motorcycle riders like us. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this little review. If you have any questions about the product, please let me know down in the comments below. I'm very happy to answer them. And don't forget to use my code Kuji to get this thing for yourself as well with a very nice discount.